Done.
Okay.
It didn't involve that kind of music. We were told night moves.
Actually, it was Night Moves.
Oh my God.
That song has a very deep meaning for me.
All right.
But it wasn't deep in her.
Here we go. Here we go. Shut up. Hello and welcome to a Topic a Month podcast where we cover one topic a month split into weekly segments. This month's topic is movies. Today's episode is featuring the horror genre and, more importantly, has a special guest appearance from Keith Hopkins of Hexagon Motion Pictures. Back again, it's Alan with a new skit for us, and Sir Bentley of Souptown. Normally, I'd say we've got a great show for you tonight, so I'll say it again. We've got a great show for you tonight. And now, Inconsequential Ramblings with Alan.
And also hitting his microphone.
Sorry.
Twang.
Twang. Okay. Give me a second.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway.
Here's the earth.
Here's the earth.
Round.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, I was prepped improperly. Have you ever really considered the human foot? Think of how many names there are for them. Clodhoppers, gunboats, mud smashers. Whether you have 2 left feet, 2 flat feet, you're pigeon-toed, or have ant smashers. You can walk on them, stand on them, or kick people in the butt with them. They're big, small, smooth, hairy, smelly, sweaty, and yet, without them, humans would not be where they are right now. Yes, with the human foot, we have designed such things like combat boots, tennis shoes, high heels, low heels, flats, and yes, even the monstrosities known as Crocs. They are a wonder of evolution. They give us both pain and, yes, for some of us, pleasure. Most of the people don't give them a second thought. All we know is that that we have them, and they're still attached to our legs when we wake up in the morning. So the next time you find yourself with nothing else to do, look down, give them a thankful nod, because without them, there wouldn't be songs like Beer Run, Band on the Run, or even Fox on the Run. We wouldn't be walking on sunshine or walking on broken glass. Nor would we be able to run to the hills or run for our lives. So if the opportunity arises, have a seat and thank your feet.
Are we taking donations for a pot fund for him to make more of these? Because goddamn.
And that was Inconsequential Ramblings with Alan.
What the fuck? That didn't go anywhere near where I thought it would.
I don't even know what's going on anymore. This has been Inconsequential Ramblings with Alan. So,
It's like you're giving a goddamn foot sermon.
Maybe.
We need to get you.
I've heard. See, that was my first one, my first attempt at it. I feel that it
Dude,
was,
I ain't knocking it. That was brilliant.
and I know how many people just love feet. You know,
Oh, yeah, there's a lot.
you know, and I you all right over there, Aiden?
oh my God.
Is that what you thought he'd do?
No.
I figured he'd just be like, fuck this guy and fuck this guy. I didn't think he'd be going on about feet.
But it's inconsequential.
But it's completely
true.
inconsequential.
It's as advertised. I'm on board.
You are paying for what you're getting, and it's free no
and
matter
it's
what.
free.
And there's
It's
not
like-
really a lot there that he said was wrong. It was pretty much all spot on.
That was, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of like our bags and advice. They're both free and just about as worthless.
Yeah.
God damn.
So, all right, let's get. It's been 5 minutes almost for an introduction here. What? My God. So,
You all right over there?
all right, so I'm gonna ask the expert over here something. So, what classifies a horror movie as a horror movie? Because I mean, there's so many different like groupings within that. Is there anything specific that it kind of like nails down at all?
Let me consult my notes. I'm not an expert in anything, by the way.
Oh, okay.
He's an expert.
You're more than us.
Better
But
not.
before you get there, though, did we say what the topic is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horror movies.
Horror movies.
Horror
No,
movies,
no, I know
definitely.
we know, but
Yeah.
I didn't hear. I was
Yeah.
too busy with the feet, I guess.
Yeah, he said it.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're,
cool.
We're game. We're
Cool.
game.
Okay.
I know the intro, but
Wow. So, You wrote me this over Facebook. What makes a horror movie? And
Yeah.
I started breaking them down, and then I started going into a rabbit hole of all these different subgenres and
Yeah.
subgenres of
Puns he's
subgenres.
pulling out of here.
I mean, yeah. I think it's got to start with the scare, obviously.
Sure.
And I think, we as horror movie fans, we like scares for a lot of reasons. And that like feeling that emotion in a safe place where you don't actually have to.
Gonna get up on the mic a little bit.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
There
I
you
like
go.
that.
Perfect.
Should I start over?
No, that's fine.
we
Just keep
editing
going.
Feeling, being able to feel fear in a safe environment. I think that's kind of where the horror genre starts.
So it's like a Tuesday night at my basement.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a
Kid
basement.
puts the lotion on the skin.
See what I mean?
So,
Unless it gets the hose again. No, I think that's where all horror starts, and then there you can break it down into like slasher and paranormal and comedy and deconstructed horror and all these different millions of subgenres. But I mean, the scare is that's where it all started, and I think that's where we go back to. Even if they're like horror comedies, which are great, like Young Frankenstein and like What We Do in the Shadows and stuff like that. But I mean, those are funny because they're making fun of the stuff that used to scare us, when horror movies were new to us.
yeah, it's good satirical
Indeed.
horror comedy, which
Right.
is there's nothing there's nothing funny there's nothing funny about the old stuff like old Frankenstein, but once you get Young Frankenstein, oh
Ever
man.
seen Lon Chaney? I mean, come on, that is horrible.
What's with the hump?
what hump? It's the-
Perfect. You didn't even know what's going on. You did it. Excellent.
You fell right into that.
Maybe I did know.
So,
His
Yeah.
cunning plan worked.
I'm with you on that one. Yeah, the
Yeah.
scare factor. I mean, that's yeah.
I mean, it seems kind of obvious, but like I feel like movies, all different genres of movies, they're like a filter for our emotions. So it's like you go to see like a comedy and you can like laugh freely, like free from judgment because you're in a dark theater by yourself or at home, and I feel like we all feel emotions like anger and fear, and to be able to experience that in a totally like inconsequential way.
There you
Here
go.
I am,
There you go.
inconsequentially rambling.
I know, right?
Is a really cathartic thing.
yeah.
He just
yeah.
used a really big word, and I have no fucking idea what it means.
We'll say in a real therapeutic way.
Hey, there we go. I know that one.
Well, and you're
Goes back to the-
right on with that. I do like the idea of experiencing that as a group too in a theater more than at home on your couch. Personally, I'm not
with all the
really-
lights off and
Yeah,
the thunderstorm in the background.
I'm really
and-
not that much of a horror person. I used to watch them, and then I started working overnights.
Oh, fuck.
And so that stopped because when you work overnights at a gas station or hotel, you don't want to watch a movie where you die and you don't even get screen time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially not a hotel.
So, but definitely, when you're watching something scary in a theater and you hear just everybody around you reacting to stuff, even if it's not something you react to, it's just that fun feeling.
Yeah.
Like when I saw Jurassic World, there was a scene with the raptors. I can't even remember what scene it was anymore, but there was this little girl that was just fucking hilarious. Because every time a dinosaur would come on the screen, she'd be like, "Oh shit!" And she was like 7.
That's awesome.
And it was phenomenal. Like I kept getting brought out of the movie by it, but it was great because it was an experience
Right.
along with it.
Mad Max Fury Road, that's not a horror movie, but that's one where like in the theater you could just feel like the tension. No, he's shaking his head. He
I
doesn't like it.
can't. No, that one I disagree. Whenever you remake a classic, you take something away from it. I can't even watch Fury Road.
I haven't seen it, but it's not a remake.
It's not a remake, it's a sequel.
It's a
Yeah.
Oh, it's a sequel.
It is
Yeah.
a sequel.
I
Yeah.
may have to look into that one then.
Yeah.
Oh.
My apologies. My
Another
apologies.
one, well, Dunkirk. I don't know. Have you
Okay.
guys seen Dunkirk?
Haven't
No,
heard it,
no,
but
no, is it
I know
good?
what the premise of it is. Yes.
It's crazy, and also not a horror movie, but like it's the collective experience. No, you're sitting in a packed theater with tons of people, and you can just feel like the tension in the room.
Yep,
and that's
exactly.
crazy awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Gonna have to see that.
Well, how come every time we go to the theaters, there's like us and 3 people? I mean,
It's like two
fuck.
old people that are like, "I'm gonna give you a gum job."
Yeah, I know, right? It's terrible.
Stop
man.
watching movies made by Uwe Boll then. Like, gee, come on.
Well, who?
Yeah, I feel like I know that guy, but I can't
he
remember
makes
what he made.
horrid movies.
Okay.
I don't know him.
In the Name of the King, he does one. He's the director for it. He makes just
I remember
movies
he had
that
some
always
kind of
get,
thing
like,
with a
flop.
fight. He was pissed off. He wanted to crowdfund a movie or something, and he started yelling at people.
That was probably him too, I would imagine. I
No, it's
also
like,
don't know.
oh, back in now. So so the Mad Max. I'm going back to this. I'm sorry. The Mad Max things. It take place like when, like afterwards, or is it still technically Mad Max, or is it like his offspring, or what do we?
It's weird because it's Mad Max, but you know, if you watch like Thunderdome, the third one, and
absolutely.
then Fury Road, it's like the world has like digressed and like got like so far.
So it's gotten worse.
And like the world is it's like timeline wise, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Okay,
you
so
know, like Tom Hardy is probably about Mel Gibson's age when they made the third one, the fourth one.
Okay,
but the world is totally different. So you almost can't watch them as a series of 4 movies.
Okay, yeah, so you can't claim it as like a fourth. Okay, that's
not
fair enough.
quite.
Okay, so it's kind of
there's one Easter egg I've heard of. I haven't seen the movie either, but there's one Easter egg I've heard of that puts it further out in the timeline.
Oh, really? I do not know about that. I'm gonna have to look that up.
I'd tell you, but I don't want these fuckers to hear it.
you can't wreck the movie.
Just
like,
whisper. You'll be all right.
So it was the helicopter guy's body.
Oh my
No
god!
way.
No fucking way.
Yeah,
I know
supposedly
what you're
that's in
talking
there.
about.
You have
See,
no-
I actually got
I know
excited.
who
They
the
got mock
helicopter
excited.
guy is.
The helicopter guy from the second one,
from
right?
the second one.
Yeah.
Supposedly you see his corpse or like his skeleton at some point.
No
with the, like,
way.
The full outfit.
Oh, fuck
man.
right. I'm
That's what I heard.
gonna have to look for that.
Yeah, seriously, I gotta watch
Definitely.
it.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know for sure. This is
Well,
just
it's
what
like
I've heard.
it's like watching Rogue One. There's like 8,000 Easter eggs in that, and I'm sitting over here, and you got nothing.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
not fun. It's not fun when you go into like a Star Wars guy, like a freak like myself, and you go to a Star Wars movie with Bentley, who I thought was and didn't.
And I told you I like Trek better. Suck a dick.
Fuck you, balls.
That's my boy.
I'm actually kind of a crossover. I like them all, both
Man,
Star Trek, Star
I'll
Wars.
watch
I'm
Star
with
Wars.
you, man.
It's
I'm
good.
Star
Yeah,
Wars.
I
I'm a
was
Star Wars
telling
guy.
you for freaking 6 months leading up to the last movie coming out that I needed to see the first 3, the new ones that supposedly suck.
Oh, they suck.
And
You don't
kept
need to
saying,
see those.
You kept
really-
saying I have them on DVD. We'll watch them, and I was like, all right, let's watch them. And you're like, I lost the fucking DVD.
I summed it up for you in 12 seconds.
You did.
Whiner bitch finds girls, whiner bitch goes crazy.
Supposed to be a
yeah.
Vader movie coming
It's,
out now.
I
they're
hope so.
Not, no,
think,
don't.
isn't it?
They're. I don't
It's-
know, but
it
don't
wrecks-
watch the
don't-
new
no,
3.
no.
They're not.
They're not
no.
worth it.
There's not even
Non-canonical,
any good
non-canonical. Even
right.
though they are, but
All right, fair
they're
enough.
just not good.
enough.
So what do we got for favorite horror movies?
Ooh. I know Bentley's
there's gotta be
basically out, and oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, nothing beats like The Shining.
Yeah.
All right, nothing. All right, I can say that there are a few horror movies out there, but I'm not lying to you. Nothing is better than sitting down, watching The Shining, and freaking the hell out. And I mean the original, not the remake with the dude from Wings.
There was a remake?
There was a
Yeah.
remake, and there was a remake, and it was quite.
Which dude from Wings? The foreign guy?
No, the brother. The
Don't
one-
watch it, though.
Don't watch
bad.
it. It's worthless. Yeah,
Well,
it's.
What's funny is Stephen King prefers that remake. He doesn't
Really?
like the Kubrick
really?
Nicholson movie. Yeah, he likes the remake.
He's losing his goddamn mind.
Yeah,
It's
he must be
awful.
going crazy. Like I
I
said,
thought
you know,
the remake
and
sucked.
if you've ever watched Psycho, I mean, you know the whole everybody's always you know that whole that's from Psycho if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
That's a really weird kind of twisted movie. I think yeah.
I'm with you on Shining. And
Yeah.
honestly, that's why I stopped watching them when
Yeah,
working
because you work
overnights
at
at
a fucking
hotels.
hotel, yeah.
Because like I'd be rounding a corner and somebody'd be wheeling a luggage cart, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, "That was gonna be fucking."
There's gonna be a
kid
body
coming
in
around
that
the corner. I'm
There's gonna be twins over there. Oh my god, I'm gonna
I
die.
don't want
His
nothing
eyes-
to fucking
his
do with
eye
this.
starts
I don't
twitching.
care if you're drunk in the hallway. I'm out of here.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Peace,
and
bitches.
it's and no, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Keep going.
Well, you
Keep
see,
going.
that's just it. I mean, I love it. I can watch it over and over again. I mean, I know what's going to happen, but I can continue to watch it.
It's entertaining as hell.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why was so they made 2 Shinings?
Yes.
Why does he prefer the second one?
Apparently, it's closer to the book.
There's-
Which
I could see
really,
that.
it shouldn't
Yeah,
matter
but-
though, because a book is a book and a movie's a movie. They're two different things.
And I
you
keep
know,
Yeah.
having this. My brain is putting both the movies together, and I'm almost positive I'm fucking it up.
I'm sure you are.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now I feel that there's more. How do we put this? ESP in the second one,
yeah,
because he's talking the older guy. Like he was like I don't know, like a groundskeeper or something like that. And he goes down the mountain,
Right.
And the kid is called. The reason why it's called Shining, is the guy explains it, that it's
That's
what.
not on the second one though.
Yeah, it is the black guy with the snowcat.
that's the first one.
That is
That's
the
the
first
first
one.
one.
Okay, sorry, that
I've
is the
never
first
seen
one.
the second one. I remember the dude trying to. You got the shinning, kid.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
Simpsons.
Well, I mean, yeah.
The
But
Shinnin,
The
yeah.
Shinnin,
The
yeah.
Shinnin.
Close
Okay,
enough.
so it is the first one that I'm thinking.
I think
just-
they go deeper into it in the second
Yeah.
one. I never actually watched it all the way through. My dad got it on
yeah, it's
DVD,
the
and
last
he's like,
10
"This
minutes.
is the superior version." And I'm like, "You
No, it
you're
isn't.
freaking crazy." I'm not watching this.
And it's like like up until like the last 10 minutes of it, it's pretty good. I'll admit it's okay. It's nothing will beat the originals, but up until like the last 10 minutes, it's okay. The last 10 minutes suck. So,
I'm gonna have to watch it and just
Yeah.
be sad the entire time.
Yeah, I know, right? You'd be like sad clown.
Bull.
Here's another good classic.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Oh yeah,
There we go.
Yeah, that's a
Fuck
good movie.
Poltergeist is a great movie.
That movie wrecked me for going over to my grandmother's house and watching TV. I'd always sleep in the living room.
Yeah.
And I'd watch Saturday Night Live, and they had the old TV. You had to get up and push the buttons to turn it off.
yeah.
And I'd be laying there, I'd fall asleep, and then that would start, and I'd almost shit my pants. Fuck!
Stations. Yes,
Stay
children.
away from closets!
Yes, children. Stations used to shut off at night.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly right.
You get the jets flying over.
Yeah,
the
oh, I
national
love that,
anthem and
man. I love
flag
the
and then-
national anthem shit going
then
on.
goodbye,
But yeah,
and
it's
then
goodbye.
and then it would just-
beep. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Poltergeist. Everybody's like, oh, everybody's now fascinated with it.
Yeah,
Okay, when
that's
it-
coming
Fuck
back.
that.
But okay, it came back out. All right, cool. That's all right, no problem. But I'm not kidding. The original,
Oh, man.
I watched it, but I was older when I first watched it. It was not scary to me. Don't get me wrong. There were
Are
a
you
couple.
fucking kidding me?
I'm not afraid of clowns.
I cannot walk past a fucking sewage grate without thinking we all float down here.
Getting
all
him
Well, how
Down
old were you
here,
when you saw
Jimmy.
it?
I was
I'm
like,
gonna
eight.
get him.
Yep.
My
Same
mom,
here.
my mom was like, "We're gonna
Bentley?
watch.
Oh, yeah, I know,
We're gonna
right?
watch all these movies." I was watching Freddy Krueger and shit when I
Yeah.
was like this
Nice.
tall.
No,
Nice.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger. This shit was like
She
entertaining.
couldn't figure out why I like to stay up reading all night.
Yeah, gee, I wonder why. I don't want to sleep. No,
Right.
but going back to it was more funny to me than anything. I don't know if that makes me a dark human, but honest to God, I thought. But it's because I like Tim Curry, and no matter what he's
Wow.
in, it's funny as hell to me.
Yeah,
That's the
he
thing.
was
I think
phenomenal.
if you watch that too late in life, it just becomes kind of funny. If you
Yeah.
see it when you're 8 years old,
Yeah,
I
that
think
makes a
it
huge
can be
difference.
pretty
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's
Dude,
kinda-
that hand coming out of the... Oh,
Yeah.
I know,
fuck no.
right? Yeah.
That's got to be who it was really marketed for, was younger kids, because
Oh, yeah.
it's got a clown in it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called
Yeah,
it.
it's called
whatever.
it. Yeah, exactly. I never got the whole theory. What? Why it? What? I never
They don't
understood
know what
this.
it is, what it's killing people.
What, are we having the definition of what
don't know.
it really means?
I got a middle finger for you.
Oh.
Anyway,
Did
so
I just make a cocksucking joke?
Yeah.
you probably did. So I was at the theater about probably a month ago.
Yeah.
And we went to an early movie because fuck crowds. And
Agreed.
the wife goes to go to the bathroom, and I'm sitting there with the popcorn, and I'm like, yeah, fucking great. Nobody is in here, and the trailers are about to start. And I see this fucking sailboat going down the water. I'm like, motherfucker.
I'm by myself.
God damn it. I don't want to be here.
Oh god, that's awesome.
When
That
I
is
was
so fucking awesome.
When I was a kid, I was really into the Goosebumps books, and I went to my dad. I'm like, "Hey, Dad, like these books, they're freaking terrifying." I was probably like 9 or 10. He's
Yeah.
like, "Those books aren't scary. Read this."
scary. Read
and
this.
He gave me it.
Oh,
and
shit.
That was like the first like real book I ever read.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was in late elementary school, and man, it scared the living hell out
Oh
of me.
yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
that is a scary ass
That's
book.
a messed up.
I'm fucking lucky that I didn't turn into a serial killer. When I said that to my mom about movies, I was like, this ain't
He's
scary.
lucky. I think
She gave me the
everybody else is.
fucking Ed
Everybody's
Gein
lucky.
book.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that'll-
looking at that. There's crime scene photos and shit, and there's
jeez,
like,
that'll mess you
here's
up.
his lamp, and I'm like, where's this? And she's like, Wisconsin. I'm like, fuck.
That's awesome. Yeah. So yeah, we've covered basically like the top 4.
Yeah, I don't know.
And like
I've still got a couple of.
I watch horror movies, but they're like I say, they're not scary to me. I guess I just have no shock factor anymore.
The ones that I like are like the more suspenseful and like the ones that trick you.
Yeah.
Where like you're waiting for that scare the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. It keeps not happening, and you're like, fucking A, come on. And then when it does, you're like, oh goddamn, it's all
It's
over.
like, oh, did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Babadook?
Fuck, man. Yeah.
How awesome is that movie?
Oh, 45 minutes in, we're like, I'm going to have to wait because it's at like 11 o'clock at night. Like,
No, fuck you. Yeah.
Nah.
That's
Have a
like
pause.
one of the best new horror movies I've seen. That's
Yeah.
about one of the best horror movies I've ever seen. It's like
I got nothing.
Oh man.
I'm like,
the
what
only
the-
bit I got is
missing
that
out.
Every
that
time-
there
every
was
time
something
s-
with gays with it. That's all I know.
Every
Something
time somebody
about
says
Netflix and
Babadook, the only thing I think is
gays
big
and that.
fucking mutt dog.
Oh, man. This
Oh wait, that's
movie,
Marmaduke.
Yeah, dude, you're
It's
way
Marmaduke.
off.
Marmaduke, yeah.
Marmaduke the Babadook.
Babadook the Babadook.
Nah, right. Yeah. Oh,
No,
when that was
I'm
on
glad
Netflix.
Aiden's with me. Yeah. Yeah, scary
Nuh-uh.
as hell.
Yeah. No
That was
way.
that was the
no
thing,
way,
though,
no
like,
day.
like what was it when it first came out like a month ago? That it was showing up. You know how they say since you like this or show an interest in this,
Yeah.
you'll like these, and that was showing up. Since you have an interest in gay and lesbian movies, you're gonna like Babadook. So that's why they started.
Oh, was like the algorithm really weird on it?
It fucked up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I
It's
have
on, like,
seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because it's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I did see the I didn't see
thing
the
for
movie. I saw the bit for it though, and then I went to like Fern Gully or
And he was
something.
like, nope.
Nope, right the fuck out.
Nope, right
He
the
did.
fuck out. There goes my childhood.
You know, they-
Right out the fucking door.
There's a company that actually hand makes the Babadook book, the pop-up book.
Oh, do they?
yeah,
wow.
fuck, I got to deliver one the other day.
Oh,
You were reading it right before you dropped it on, right?
Yeah, he actually called the company and asked if we could deliver it open,
oh,
like sitting
you
on in front of his
That's a
door.
little
Like,
creepy.
my
yeah, it's a
fuck,
little
that's
creepy.
awesome.
that is a book I would not want in my house. It's like I'm taking no chances here. Like, no way.
Fuck that. I'm
have
gonna go
to-
to the bathroom with it. Just lights off. Fucking come and get me, bitch.
Get me,
Yeah,
bitches.
good luck.
That's right.
Yeah,
Holy
man,
shit.
Babadook. That was
I'm gonna have to check that
fucking
out.
awesome.
I'm
movie.
definitely gonna check that one out.
That's one movie where it's like, for a lot of the movie, there's one character that kind of creeps you out, and then like midway or a third of the 2/3 of the way through the movie, they like switch things on you, and all of a sudden the character you thought you were supposed to be creeped out by, you're kind of on their side, and then there's another character that you thought you could trust
yes.
that's creepy. Like
Even more
they do this
creepy?
like switch on you.
It's
that
a
is-
mindfuck movie.
Oh, it's so
Alright.
awesome.
Yes,
I got
love those.
I got a mindfuck movie too. It's not really. It's not scary. By
Can I
any
guess
means. If you can try.
Batman the Lego movie.
No.
Oh, damn it.
Great movie
but
though.
It, bad nipples. But it does have it does have awesome characters in it.
It's Debbie Does Dallas.
Well, that too.
That's a good movie.
That is a good flick. That's not a suspense one.
Plot
though.
twist is
It's
that
kind of
was
it's
there
kind
the
of a
whole time.
weird. Well, okay, it's got if I remember correctly, if I tell you the first one, he'll get it right away.
There's multiples.
Yeah, there's actually like 3 major characters. I think it's Christian Bale.
Batman.
No, it's not a Batman movie. It's not a fucking Batman movie. Get off the
It's not
Batman.
Machinist,
Oh, I
is
know
it?
what you're talking. No, it's not the Machinist, but that is
It's
a
got-
really
it's
good.
Oh,
got-
movie.
I think I know it.
It's got Wolverine.
Yep. It's the
Is it that musical thing?
fucking, I can't remember the name of it.
I know what it is. Should I
The
say it?
Prestige.
Go ahead. The Prestige.
It's The Prestige.
shit! I've
You
been
want
wanting
to talk
watch that.
about a mind fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm watching. I watched it 3 times in like 2 days, and it still fucked me.
It's such a good movie.
I know,
Yeah.
right? And I mean, that's what I like. I like those ones where you know the ending, and it's nowhere near where you're at.
You got your board out with the pins, like
Yeah, I feel like that guy. You know that guy in the meme where he's like, and there's shit all behind him. I swear it's that, and I know who it is,
Yeah.
and it's not. But yeah, I like that kind of like horror, suspension, action, adventure. Whatever. But like horror movies, there is one horror movie that I don't know if you would classify it as horror movie, but I cannot watch it because of how stupid it is, and that's where the problem comes in. It's called Legion. Anybody heard of this one?
Yeah.
Is that like one of those
Archangel comes down, saves people.
like
You know,
the Rapture
That's
kind
right.
of movie?
It is the
that
only
English
movie.
guy? He was in a Knight's Tale. He played the
Heath Ledger?
no, well, the other Paul Bettany. That's who
Oh,
was
yeah.
that
the
was
dude
who
that
did the
played Vision.
Archangel. Yeah.
Okay.
Guy who played
Yeah,
Vision.
you wouldn't
He's in
know.
it.
No, I watched 22 minutes of it and I had to turn it off.
Yeah,
I could
It's
not
not
watch it.
good.
It's the only movie in history that I've ever turned off and never come back to.
Ooh, I did that once.
Yep.
Godzilla, the '90s version with
Cool.
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick.
Barf.
Okay.
Oh man,
it
you
was
get all the
it
way
was
to the,
horrible,
the
but
arena with the babies.
oh my god!
Come on.
Don't get me
No,
wrong.
I
That
missed
movie,
that.
I didn't have no
movie
clue what
was
happens past
horrible,
that.
but I still love it. I'm not lying.
Is it so bad it's good?
Yeah, it's
Don't
kind
listen
of
to
like
him.
it's kind of like Oriole videos.
Abandon all hope.
Abandon all hope, run for the hills. But yeah, no, it's like good but bad. But you see, I see the humor in it, and that's where I see it. And it's funny.
He's one of those ones that would be happy sitting there and having like just the shittiest Netflix and laughing at movies all day long.
I do, yeah.
So don't
But
take just his on it.
I'm also an editor's worst nightmare. I can pick things out of a fucking anywhere.
Oh,
CGI,
continuity and stuff like that.
things like that. You
Yeah.
name it. Oh, look, they edited out cables holding them up. Oh, look, they edited out that dude hanging
This
behind the camera.
motherfucker, he's always
Yeah.
like, "Did you see where her coat went?"
Did you
And
see
I'm
her
like,
coat
"Fuck you!
went? Fuck you.
I don't care.
Oh, yeah,
she took
I
it the
am,
fuck off."
I'm an editor's worst nightmare. If I ever watch a screen shading of people, I like take notes. I'm like, you need to fix this.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know.
man.
But like anything that's CGI nowadays is not scary.
No, I
You know,
agree. I
You know,
agree.
you can't get, oh, look, it's a fake fucking eating, brain sucking, whatever. It's like, it's not scary.
You
know?
can get scary, but you can't. You have to not go full CG. You have to just like Jaws. You have to ease into.
Yeah,
it.
fucking love Jaws.
You can't
Which
just
Jaws
be like,
rendition are they on now? 6?
They're still making them.
Still
don't
making
know.
fucking
Are
Jaws
they?
movies?
I
don't
stopped
know.
paying
What did they
attention
make? I
after
have
the
no idea.
Revenge, where
I
he
don't
went up
know
to
either.
fucking Jersey.
Which is the
I
one?
just stopped everything.
Which is the one with Michael Caine? Is that the third one?
Shoot, I don't know.
He's
I've
the
only ever
pilot?
seen the first one.
I think that's the Revenge one.
Is this the one with the fish?
Where
Fuck you.
no, this is the one. Nah, I'm not.
This is what he does. This is what he fucking
He just
does.
taunts you.
Yeah.
Oh
he
yeah,
does.
I try. I try to do my best, and it works out most of the
He's
time.
even more angry. He's even more angry this time because we forgot to shove a burger downstairs for him.
Yeah,
I haven't
Before we
eaten
came
in a
in.
week.
if you've listened to any of the previous podcasts,
Oh, I have.
The cheeseburger would make total sense. Oh, we forgot the cheeseburgers
Yeah,
tonight.
we were gonna grab those.
We were
on the
actually
way.
going to grab a bag of cheeseburgers and just leave them here on the table for you. I know you won't eat them, but you
Yeah.
know,
No, just look at them.
just
Gotta
look
wait
at 'em
until they get stale and
look
crusty.
at them and cry.
He'd probably take it further though.
That's
He'd
just
he'd
a-
go out to the garage and like
life is
smush
a
them up,
horror
and we'd
movie.
come back to next time and
And
they'd
just
be
squish
just like
under a
pancake
brick or
of
something, you know,
cheeseburger.
under
Some
bricks
lead
or
paint
something.
mixed in.
Oh yeah, sweetness.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
we're a little off track there.
no, well, that's actually not half bad. It was only like 2 minutes of off track, not 20.
Well,
We've had worse.
we've had worse.
So there's one that I liked
Yeah.
I like sci-fi kind of horror stuff. Event Horizon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Apparently
yes.
everybody likes that. Okay,
yeah.
God.
Oh,
That's
good,
lovely.
good.
That was the first movie I saw where they explained the whole like we're gonna bend space time
Yes.
and we're gonna cut a hole.
Yeah.
And I feel like other movies have done that,
Yep.
and every time I see it, I'm like Event Horizon.
Yeah.
Like Interstellar, I'm like Event Horizon.
Event
guys.
Horizon,
Yep.
I know.
That's
Oh
because
my
they explained
God.
it the best.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
And also there's the added bonus of fucking shit's gonna go wrong when you do that. Don't
Yeah.
do that.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
So that sticks in your head.
Yeah.
God, yeah, that's still. I'm not gonna lie. That's still one I have to watch with the lights on.
I watched.
I
just fucking
I
terrifying and
cannot.
gruesome.
No.
We went downstate to help my stepdad make his friend's house.
Yeah.
His friend from high school, and so we're at this house. I've never been here,
Oh, even better.
and I'm sleeping in the living room, and they're like, "Yeah, satellite TV. You can watch whatever you want." So it's fucking pitch black, middle of nowhere in fucking Minnesota, not in a city. It's like in a
rural.
fucking county.
Yep.
And so I'm flipping through. I'm like, "Oh, Event Horizon. That's awesome. I love this movie."
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Fuck,
no.
man. I haven't watched it since.
Yeah, I know.
No, you love it up until the point you're in an unfamiliar place with wind and shit outside. And there's
shit.
always that one scratchy
Oh, yeah.
branch that's on the
We
outside of the
got
window.
rid of
Oh, yeah.
those this weekend.
Fuck.
We got rid of them off the house. Now I can watch movies. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Well, what's really funny is when that storm came through the other day, like 2 days ago, I was sitting there watching Twister. So there's flashes on my screen, flashes outside. I'm like, fuck, here it comes.
To this day, I cannot go to church and hear Latin without almost shitting my pants. It
All right.
has nothing to do with the movie, but
What movie are we talking about?
I don't remember
don't
that scene in
remember-
Twister.
Event Horizon.
Oh, there we
Back
go.
to the
Oh, yeah.
horror movie.
Sorry. Yeah,
You
sorry.
don't remember that part of that movie?
I
You don't remember? I remember that scene
the
in
Latin
Twister.
scene? Yeah, the Twister.
Oh,
With the
God.
priest
the fucking
and the young kid. Yeah.
Laminatas. He's got his fucking eyes in his
damn,
goddamn
man,
hands.
That
Oh.
fucking movie. That fucking movie.
Oh, shit, Nuggets. Yes, you just reminded me.
The
Thanks.
beginning of that movie when they're getting out of the wake up couches,
Yeah.
and you're like, yeah, there's gonna be some tits in this
gonna be
movie,
some-
and then it just goes fucking
It
sideways.
just goes
on you.
crazy, and there's fucking splatter all over the windows and
fuck.
shit. Oh, my God.
I gotta go watch that.
You know what the best? Honestly, I'm sitting there watching that movie, and I'm like, somebody's guts all over the nose of that plane again. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, it's terrible. I mean, but yeah, Event Horizon. Fuck.
Oh,
Scary movie. Do you guys remember The Cell? Or maybe it's just called Cell.
That sounds familiar,
With,
but I don't think I ever.
Is that
Vin- Go ahead.
Is that the weird indie Canadian one where they're like in a thing?
I don't
I
know.
think that's Cube. Never mind.
It's all right. So it's got Vince Vaughn, and he has to go into the mind of a serial killer.
Oh,
and it's a little bit like Event
yeah.
Horizon when he gets in there because there's like, I don't know. It's the whole movie is like a weird Pink Floyd album
Yeah.
cover. It's nuts.
Yes, I remember this one. I don't think I actually watched it, but I remember the trailers and things for this.
There's a scene where the killer's in a big gold robe and he's got this like spindle with Vince Vaughn's intestines,
Meat grinder in it or something.
It's
he's
really
over there looking it
nasty.
up. He is totally
I'm
looking it
fucking
up.
making a note to watch it later.
Dude,
all right?
watch this movie. It's crazy.
I think I've heard of it. I know this one sounds familiar.
What was her? Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer
I think
Lopez?
is in it. Yeah,
Oh shit! I think I've seen that.
it's good.
That's a mindfuck.
You mean
Yeah.
You mean Jennifer Lopez?
Yes, that's the one. Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, we all
For
know what
those of
happened
you
there.
listening, Alan held up his fist,
Drew eyes on it in the mouth, and anyway.
and now he's gone to the closet. To
And,
go, well, never mind.
Oh, Jennifer Lopez. Sorry. But yeah, okay. Where else are we going with this? I mean, and it's, like horror movies. Honestly, I mean, think about it. I mean, when they first came out, they're trying to scare people, but like you think about the original classics, like Wolfman and Frankenstein, the originals and that kind of crap.
What movie is it where the guy is like the last person on Earth, or was that was a Futurama thing, wasn't it?
Postman? What?
No, I'm getting two movies mixed up.
No,
I'm getting two
and
movies
his
mixed up.
glasses break or something. 'cause
Yeah.
he
Oh,
can't
that's
see.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh yeah.
That's a
yeah.
great, classic Twilight Zone.
I was getting that one and the original. What was that one that Will Smith was in that everybody was like, "This is
iRobot?
a shit movie"?
No, it wasn't
with the
iRobot.
zombies
It was
or vampires or whatever.
I Am Legend.
Yeah,
Oh,
the original
yeah.
of that is.
I
pretty
never
good.
saw
It's
that
pretty fucked
actually.
up.
Is
Yeah.
Charlton Heston in that?
Yeah,
No.
it's.
Is it
I think it's the
Heston?
chart. I
thought
think it's
it was,
Heston.
I thought it was fuck, what's the guy's name? The dude that does the voiceover in Thriller. That you're like, why is that guy here?
Vincent Price.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's
Ha.
him.
Vincent
I win.
Price?
I think so.
I
isn't
don't
it?
think it's Vincent
I
Price.
thought it was.
I love Vincent Price's voice.
I picked it up for
my
$1 at
God.
Target, and I was watching.
Yeah.
I was like,
Never
this
heard
dude's
his
throwing
voice.
bodies out of his station wagon. This is fucked up.
Worth the $1.
Yeah.
Worth the buck,
Worth the buck.
I
Yeah.
guess if you're only spending $1 on it.
I think the oldest horror movie I've seen is Nosferatu.
Oh my God.
It's like, I mean,
Al's gonna need new
it's
pants.
really good. But it's like when I was watching it, I was trying to put myself in like the shoes of someone back in whatever
Yeah.
it came out, and been like, man, like this would have been scary as hell back then.
Yeah.
It's not super scary now, but back then I'm sure
Oh,
it
it
would
was
have
just-
scared the crap out of people.
Oh God. We're
They
walking
can
up the
still be good,
stairs,
though.
just
Yeah,
fucking bug-eyed, buck teeth, fucking long fingernails.
twitching around.
Oh God,
He's
damn.
scared.
I love it though.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Oh my God.
I can appreciate the older classics like that, but I just can't imagine what's going on through the heads of the people that are watching it. Like, I mean, we physically know that, wow, this is obviously fake. You can tell what the makeup is, blah, blah, because, we're just used to everything else. But then it must have been just mind-blowing for them.
Mind-blowing,
To say, oh, my
yes.
God, there's a vampire on the screen. Run
That-
away.
Run away.
It was
They
probably
probably had to wrap their heads around what was actually happening. Like,
Yeah.
okay, there's an image projected on the wall. I don't know what projected means.
I
There's
just
a
made this new
30-foot
word
man
up.
right
It's a little
fucking there.
weird.
Well, it's probably along the same lines as when World of Worlds came out on the radio, and everybody started
Yeah,
panicking
yeah,
thinking it
yeah.
was real.
Yeah.
So they probably had to have people. They had like fainting couches and shit in the lobby, and they're like, "Now it's not real, but go in and watch it."
Yeah. Fuckers.
That thing is pushing funny on the back of my leg. My fucking foot went numb.
Does that to you every time?
Yes. I should know better. Just
Yeah.
take that damn
Well,
thing
last
off.
time you figured it out beforehand.
All right,
That
so
was a middle finger.
what do we got for favorite zombie movies? This is what? You don't like zombie movies? Get the
Nope.
fuck out of here.
I'm out.
I liked the Dawn of the Dead remake.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah, the Zack Snyder version.
That first the scene of her in the bathroom, like that
That's-
first where it all falls
shut
apart,
my mic
is
off.
just amazing.
I'm gonna
And then
shut your mic off.
The tracking shot of like up the car, like getting further and further, and you just see everything going to shit around them.
Hell yeah, man.
It's
yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah, that's the scene where they're like in the nice, sunny, happy neighborhood and everything
Yeah.
just goes to hell.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that was the first movie that did running zombies. I don't know if that's
I think it
true.
was. I
But
think it
yeah,
was.
I mean that's
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
I think it actually is. I
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah. Fucking right. Yeah. Nah, man.
Fast zombies.
God,
Not
nah.
You're not a fan of fast
Not a
zombies?
fan of fast zombies. I
Oh.
would rather take a horde over one fast zombie. Hordes, you can like, oh no, I'm gonna
Shit,
walk
time to fucking
away.
reload.
Um,
Shit.
okay, I thought of one that I did like. I take that back.
What zombie movie?
Yeah.
It's gonna be Firefly, isn't it?
That's not a zombie movie. You want Reavers?
Yeah.
That's how you get fucking Reavers.
Honestly, that's where I thought you were going. All right.
No. And the worst part, it's the Twinkie one.
What?
Isn't it
Zombieland.
Zombieland?
Zombieland.
Oh, what's that's a comedy.
really a
That's the
horror.
only one I like.
That one's hilarious. It is.
His rules.
Yeah.
The whole time.
And that is my input on zombie movies. And the mic is away now.
Why don't you? I don't know. I don't understand why he doesn't
can't
like
do it.
zombie movies.
I don't know.
They're quintessential. Some of the best films. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're super campy. They're super dorky. They've been done to death. But they're still really great. They're zombie movies.
That was horrible.
No.
I think the best
Thanks.
part about that was your reaction to it. Just,
The-
Oh, yeah.
Not having it.
Not fucking. Nope. Fuck off. No.
I can't.
can't.
Like, there's tons of great ones. I mean, you got all the originals: Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead. I'm
Living
pretty
Dead,
sure
like I
there's
said-
Return of the Night of the Living Dead.
I was going to say, no.
Living Dead you can watch for free. It's dropped into public domain. You can download
Oh,
it
really?
off
No
the
kidding.
internet, yeah.
You know what else you can
old
do with
enough.
that? Sega Genesis games too. Just letting you know.
Legally?
Yeah,
No fucking way.
Sega Genesis is public domain.
pretty much. You can
Wow.
you can download the games and
I mean,
put them
I
onto
could
ROMs.
download ROMs for years now, but they weren't legal.
No, you can. Do
Oh,
it.
they're not legal.
You can make new games and
Oh.
everything.
Well, yeah, you can make new ones
Yeah.
to run on the.
Well, on the Dreamcast, excuse me.
Yeah.
The
We'll
what?
get a little more specific.
Is that like the GameCube?
better than the GameCube? Fuck off. You know it is.
Hey, by the way, Aiden, I listened to that podcast and I like Dreamcast.
Yeah, there's only two of us left.
2. This is worse than the president. 6 billion people on this planet, and 2 people we got to choose from.
You go on the internet and there's tons of people that love the Dreamcast.
Screw
It was
the
the first thing you could load
Dreamcast.
bootloaders on and shit.
Dreamcast had the best controller I've ever used. That's my favorite controller.
about
Hands
that.
That's how
down.
it's supposed to be. It's meant for 2 hands, not 3. Because where are you getting the
You
other
got
one for
fuck
the
all to say,
N64?
Heisman. You played
Yeah.
so much 64. That controller is a fuck.
I hate that
I
controller.
love
It
the
makes
64.
no goddamn
Yeah.
sense.
Stupid.
It's like some dude was like, "All right, I got this controller," and somebody was like, "Where do we put the stick and the trigger?" And somebody just went, "Fucking right there." No.
So
So that's another.
that's
side
another
note.
side note.
Yep.
Sorry, we get off track a little bit.
Says the poor radioactive Japanese survivor from the atomic bomb with 3 arms.
It's great.
Hey, looky what great! I fucking understand everything now.
I fuck all you guys on this game.
You fucking, I beat you every time,
man,
fuckers.
we're-
We're going straight to hell.
All the way there.
Isn't your mom
gonna be
still doing a
warmer.
basket weaving thing? Because we're gonna need a hand basket.
We're gonna need more than that.
Yeah.
We need to start cutting down trees.
We
now.
need-
Have you seen the size of us?
We need a hand bus. Is what.
I was weaving around the frame of this bus.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Okay, so yeah, zombie movies.
28 Days Later.
Yeah.
Great
Oh
movie.
man, yeah.
Shit, I forgot
Oh,
about
what's the
that.
guy?
Yes.
What's his name? The-
Cillian Murphy, or
Yeah.
the director. Oh yeah, Cillian
Tom
Murphy.
Cruise
He's
in that movie?
awesome.
He's a pretty guy, I tell you.
Wasn't Tom Cruise in that movie?
No.
No.
Making fun. We were.
Yeah.
Your fucking Tom Cruise bullshit. Fuck you.
He was in the Mummy remake though.
I know. I
I
can't.
heard
I
that
can't
was
do
just
it.
barf.
Did
I
that
can't-
look
I-
like shit or
No,
what?
I literally I saw the trailer for it, and I'm like, fuck, nope. And I'm like, nope.
Why did they remake it already? It's not. It's like a what?
only like
10-year-old,
10 or
15-year-old movie.
15.
They're trying to start their own horror version of the Marvel universe.
Who?
The people that
You-
own the Mummy and the rights to the other ones. some of the
Yeah,
older
it's
ones.
Universal.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Frankenstein and the Wolfman.
Yeah, and they're all going to be in the same universe
It's
now.
not gonna happen.
Yeah, no.
It's
Well,
flop.
fuck, that movie
Lord,
sucked.
well at all. That's a bad
Right,
idea.
bad, very bad idea.
Build your universe based off Tom Cruise? Of course it's a good idea, right?
Yeah.
We can do this.
And his
No,
weird teeth.
No, we
Yeah.
really can't. You know, he's gonna bust through the fucking window and be like, "Oh, what up?" And I'm like, "What's with the teeth?"
He didn't really need to bust it. We're just going to need to pull it up a bit. He's tiny.
Yeah, I know, right?
We got this.
Yeah.
I heard they have to superimpose him upon all the films that he does because he's like 2 feet tall.
Is he in any horror movies? Any scary movies?
Yeah, all of them. They're all scary.
Well, no, they're horrible, not horrible.
Oh,
not
I'm
horror
sorry.
Movies.
I
They're
don't know that he
horror.
ever
you.
did any. But
I don't
I'm-
think he did. No.
It's not a horror movie, but God, what's that Kubrick movie he did with Nicole
Eyes
Kidman?
Wide Shut.
That movie. I mean, it's not a horror movie, but it's freaky
Yeah.
as hell.
It's a
That is
fucked
a
up
good
one.
movie. That was a really good movie, though. Even though it doesn't have Tom Cruise, but
think I
you
saw
know,
it.
it is Tom Cruise.
You didn't see that?
No.
The guy
I
can
heard there's
act.
lots
I
of
give him
titties.
that, but he acts basically the same character through every single movie.
Yep.
And Tom Cruise, there's only 2 movies I'm going to watch of him.
Top Gun,
And Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder.
I can't watch Days
That's
of
pretty
Thunder.
much just gonna be it.
Like I said, you want to talk about
Some
editing
Days of
continuity
Thunder.
problems? Fucking watch Days of Thunder, man. I cannot watch it. I'm like, nope. There's a.
I'm not
I'm
a
just down
big
for it
Tony
'cause-
Scott fan. He was like the precursor to Michael Bay, which is just like this whole
Explosions everywhere.
yeah. It's like I can watch The Rock, but that's it. That's about
That's
it.
not even funny.
That was a good movie. I liked
Wait, the
it.
movie The Rock? I love that
The
movie.
movie The Rock.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were talking about like
thought you
Dwayne
meant The
Johnson.
Rock.
No,
Rock.
no,
I'm
not
like,
The Rock, the
No.
human.
He's not that good. I mean,
No.
but he's funny. But speaking of, I picked up a 4-pack at Menards, and Doom was in it, and I'm like,
Oh,
holy
God, why?
fuck, why? And I'm like, I only got it because Doom was in it.
He did a remake of Doom.
He did,
Yeah,
they did
yeah,
a
I
not
remake.
even a
remember that
remake,
with
he did a-
Carl Urban.
Have
Yeah.
not
He's what
watched
actually
it yet,
saved
but
the movie. Everything else is shit.
Like I said, sorry, it was up at Fleet Farm or something. I don't know. But I love going. This is the best part about like older movies and older like, different types of movies. You go to like, it sounds really stupid. Go to Menards, a Fleet Farm, farm, whatever the hell, the L&M, anything like that, and they always have that really weird, outdated movie section, and it's all the movies that I fucking watch, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm totally getting a copy of this.
He's not wrong. I've seen his DVDs.
They give you like 2 packs of them, and one of them's like Star Trek Next Generation, the other one's like Barbie. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
and
like
they're
yeah.
really
some shit
bad
together.
shrink wrapped
And
together.
they're horribly
Yeah.
shrunk.
It's like
the
one's an inch lower.
It's
Yeah.
like the whack pack at the gas station.
Pretty
You pay
much.
$9, you get 3 pornos. You know, it's like it's not good.
whack.
You've never heard of the whack pack?
Oh fuck! Heisman with his deep cuts, like anybody buys pornos at a gas station anymore.
Doesn't everybody?
Let
Oh,
me
wait.
enlighten you on what the internet is.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah.
He gets his 3-pack.
I get my 3-pack for free now. It's all on the internet.
He's
Oh
on
my
Amazon
God.
looking for pornos that are covered in fucking bags. You gotta be shipped discreet,
You gotta be
motherfucker.
shipped discreetly, damn it. You know. Talk about fucking.
The wife can't know until I unwrap it on my sofa. Because I'm gonna look at it right
I'm
next
gonna
to
look
me.
at it right next to her. Fuck that shit.
Oh my god.
If this doesn't scar you for life, by the way.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry, I'm still good.
Okay,
I'm still here. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say whenever like if this ever gets too bad, just take the headphones off. That's the signal for cool it down a little bit. You know,
What do we got for a horror movie that should have been good but just tanked, or one that is horrible but we love?
I've got one actually, and
say
I thought of
somebody's-
it. I thought of it when you mentioned Doom, Silent Hill. Like
Yeah.
people
I
hated
agreed.
that movie, and
Yep.
I was like, this movie was awesome. That's like
that's
my
the one with,
favorite
like, the-
video game movie.
it's like the one that's
I
like
agree.
the kids out in the dirt,
agree.
right? Is that?
Yeah.
Yes. It's kind of like the hills have eyes, and the eyes have hills.
The eyes have so.
The eyes have. That's like killing 2 stones with 1 bird. And here's another crappy one. Any of the Pumpkinhead movies?
I've never seen any.
God,
of
don't.
neither.
Candyman.
The fuck did the leprechaun make it to space?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
There's
Fuck.
another stupid one. You ever seen the Leprechaun
And how did he
series?
survive being this tall, white, with red hair in the hood?
I
Yeah,
know,
Leprechaun in the
right?
Hood, that's my
Leprechaun in
favorite
the Hood.
one.
That's
Yeah.
pretty funny. Yeah.
I don't get it.
Aiden's over here like, quit making fun of my peeps.
Sorry, man.
Shut up, fool.
Shut up, boo. Because he is. He's a fucking leprechaun.
I am.
He could
a
be
little
more
bit of a
Irish if he
leprechaun.
tried. I mean, Danny Daly sitting over here.
Bleed whiskey.
You do?
Really?
I do.
Give me your knife.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm gonna get a glass of this shit.
Ah!
Yeah. Fucking.
It's a live horror movie.
It's a live horror movie. We're gonna watch Aiden bleed in my cup while I drink
It's a
it.
bloodletting.
All right.
And a party.
And a party. Well, like Candyman. You've heard of Candyman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Oh, it was. Oh, it was bad, but good, but bad. But I liked it.
Is that the one where you say Candyman 3 times and
Yeah.
he appears and does
yeah.
something? He's got
It's
a
not-
hook hand.
It's
and-
it's not like Beetlejuice,
Yeah.
It doesn't go
always
away. He
3
comes.
times. Why can't it be? I said it 5 times.
yeah. I know.
It's
It's
always
always gonna
three
be-
is always a
it's-
magical
three
number,
Is, 3 is a
isn't it?
magical number.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Three is a very
Yeah, but-
powerful spiritual number.
That's fine. That's great. So 3 is spiritual. You're writing a shitty horror movie.
Yeah.
Do something different.
Do something
Be
different,
the movie
like-
that it's 5 times.
Because at 5 times people lose interest. It's the same reason why we have to pick up the phones after 3 rings. Because after 5 rings, people are disinterested.
My phone rings 3 times. I'm wondering why I haven't silenced it yet.
If my phone rings at all, I'm fucking amazed. God. Yeah. So, by the way, did you know, a little off topic here? Did you know that if you get water in the plug-in for the headphones, your fucking
for
phone don't work?
Fuck.
Yeah.
You just fixed that.
Yeah, and I fixed it again. Because a motherfucker was raining the other day. I walked from my car to my house, and all of a sudden my phone doesn't fucking work.
And this is from the guy that gives me shit for covering my electronics up when it's raining and I'm walking into your house.
I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
It's not a baby, Bentley.
It's not
Fucking knock that off.
Bentley knocked that shit off. Jesus.
Who's
fuck.
laughing now, shithead?
Hey, it works now. It works now. It just dried off. I didn't have to get a bag full of rice.
Very cute.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's amazing. Anyway,
do a review on some of these movies.
All right, cool.
I don't think I've ever seen Candyman.
Candyman, Pumpkinhead.
No.
I kind of vaguely remember
what is the one?
Pumpkinhead.
What is the one with the guy? He's like pale white.
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser.
Yeah.
And I'm
That
like,
was supposed to be
the things
actually
all
really
over his
good
fucking
with the
head.
pins.
Yes, the
Didn't
pin.
Yeah, Pinhead.
Did they
Yeah, no,
just
Hellraiser.
redo one,
Well,
or-
yeah, I mean, his name is Pin. Well, I don't know if they actually ever say Pinhead in the movies, though. I
Oh,
think that's
you're
just
right,
like the
yeah.
fan
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser.
His name's actually George, which is really weird. I don't know why they cast him like that.
Were they redoing that or making another one?
Rip ass over there or
I
something?
don't know. Hey, get up on the mic.
I'm hitting stuff.
All
I'm
right,
hitting
all
stuff.
right, all
There
right.
you go.
There you
Fine.
go. Jesus, we've
Here,
been doing this for so
let me-
fucking long. Deep throat that bitch.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
How? Anyway,
What should we pick up? We should all watch some terrible movie and then give
give a review on it.
yeah, give a little review on it.
Battlefield Earth.
Fuck you.
I am not watching that horseshit movie.
I abstain.
I love it.
Isn't that
quit.
like a Scientology movie in disguise?
It
It
is.
is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a total
that's all it
Scientology
is.
movie on disguise. Yeah, and,
It's
and
a
if you
mind
take-
fuck. All
if you
it's
if you take that theory out of everything on that movie, it's not that horrible.
This is why I told you not to listen to him when he says a movie's good.
Man,
it.
I really wanted to watch that movie. When it came out, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be so
Yeah,
cool!
right?
It's such
Yeah.
a cool
Look
sci-fi
at this.
movie." And
Look
then
at
it
the
turns out,
fucking-
Suck
Yeah.
balls,
good.
but I will watch it till I bleed the eyes. I don't
In the
know
ass.
why. No,
He usually
that
does
stopped.
anyway.
I got some cream for that. It went
That's
away.
good.
Yeah.
so what are we gonna do? Pumpkinhead, Hellraiser,
Pumpkinhead, Hellraiser. Yeah, those are some fun ones.
Okay.
I think there's like 2 or 3 different Pumpkinheads.
I've never seen any of those.
Really?
No, I'm
wow,
not
it's
familiar with them.
fucked up, man.
Have you seen
it's-
any of them?
Well, I was high, but yeah.
So you really haven't
So
seen
the answer
any
is
of them.
no.
No, I saw. No, I remember seeing them. They were probably a lot more interesting, or a lot less interesting.
Yeah,
than
we're
I
gonna make
thought.
it 20 minutes in and be like, Alan's an idiot. What the fuck?
Only 20? Jesus fuck! I mean, that's
a
like
long
that's
time.
a record, man.
I'm trying to be generous here.
That's just
all
through
right?
the intro.
That's
Yeah.
just fuck, man. You get through the fucking opening credits.
Fucking
Here's-
Netflix
okay.
doesn't even have it. Fuck.
Here's a creepy.
I gotta
here-
buy this thing.
a creepy. I know, right? A creepy.
Yeah, we probably should look on Netflix
Yeah,
if
we
we're
should
gonna
check
make
that
this decision.
first. Yeah, because honest to God, if we have to buy movies and they are shit, yeah, whatever.
They'll be like, 3 people bought it. Let's make another one.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Here's a couple of not like on the creepy side of things. They're Jim Henson movies, and you don't think that Jim Henson. Oh, Muppets Happy Go Lucky.
Oh, what was that?
Dark Crystal.
Dark Crystal, yeah.
And
Yeah, but that's
Labyrinth.
not a horror movie.
It's
Neither
not,
of those
no,
are horror
but
movies.
no, but it's like the weird, creepy, like what
Everything's
the
a
fuck?
little off-putting.
Yeah,
He did another one, didn't he? Or was it just those 2?
that's those 2.
Oh.
I remember seeing what was it, Labyrinth? That's the one with David Bowie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
David Bowie. Everybody
Dave,
knows that
like,
one.
man, I was like probably 6 or 7 when
Yeah,
I
like,
watched
what
that. And
the
David
fuck am I
Bowie
watching?
creeped me the hell
There
out.
is a
man.
lot of
Yeah, weird.
chutzpah Bowie.
Yeah,
hanging
that's
in
another
there.
movie like
Yeah.
that other one we were talking about, like It, where if
Yeah.
you watch it as an adult, you don't have the appreciation that you do as a kid.
Yep.
Because everybody, like my friends and my wife, were all like, "You gotta watch this movie," and I was watching it. I was like, "Why am I watching Bowie's Bouncing Package?"
I know
Because that's all you see through
Yeah.
the whole fucking movie if
That's
you watch it as an
starring
adult.
Point
Yeah,
of
this is true.
That's all that movie is, though.
that
you
is
know,
goal. You have
you
finished
know
the
he
Labyrinth.
had a fucking fluffer. I'm just saying.
No, dude's hung.
Yeah?
Was.
No, he
I
really
guess.
is. Well, he was.
Yeah, no,
Thanks
I
for
agree.
getting there, Al.
Labyrinth fan.
Rest in peace.
Rest
David
in-
Bowie.
What a good movie.
Which one?
Labyrinth.
Oh yeah, Labyrinth.
Oh,
I mean,
Scary
you
as
can
shit.
always use part of that too when you're taking a dump in the bathroom and your wife's walking up and you're just like, smell bad from in the bathroom.
my
Bluto.
God.
God damn, I love
Bluto.
Bluto, man. He's awesome.
That's about the only
But-
takeaway I had in
but
that
like,
movie.
Yeah, and that's like I'm saying, like it doesn't really have to be a horror movie to be a creepy movie. But a lot of creepy movies are horror movies and vice versa on that one.
Yeah,
And a
that's
lot
fair,
of
that's
horror
fair.
movies aren't that creepy.
Aren't that creepy,
Like,
you know?
I mean,
They're-
Zombieland. I would call that. I think that's in the horror genre, but it's not remotely creepy.
No, exactly,
you know?
right? You know, and it's like, and when I sit down and watch a horror movie, quote unquote, Event Horizon comes to mind. I want to be freaked the fuck out. But it's kind of like cocaine. When you have it once, you're okay. You get really fucked up, and you know it's just like watching horror movies. After like the 15th hit, there's nothing scary anymore, so you're completely immune to it.
We just got to switch to something worse.
I've tried, and every time I do, I wind up on the internet, and I'm like, I don't need to see this.
Yeah, I don't need to see what you end up in on the internet.
Look,
either.
this is why I clear my browser history. Okay, there's some fucked up shit. But and it's
Man,
like
you were going off about feet.
well, you see, I know, right? And that's why I did it, because nobody likes feet. Anybody sitting at this table, it would freak out if some sweaty feet came up and touched them in the face.
I don't know, man. The beginning of Monty Python, when that foot comes down, that's funny. That's funny right there.
Why do we invite him again?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. But I ask that every time we go out, so it's another. Why is he here? But yeah,
It's like cocaine, man. You're used to me.
used to you already. Well, that's what it is too. You know, if you're not immune to it by now, fuck, you're screwed.
Now, I think though, we all watch Event Horizon at like 2 a.m. at Al's house.
Why it's got to be my house?
Because your house is in the middle of the fucking East End country over there.
East End.
Well, I mean, it's the darkest area. It's not going to be
True.
dark by my house.
I have one
It's not gonna be
street
dark
light
here.
in 3 blocks, and it's in
Yeah.
front of my house, and it flickers sometimes.
And honestly,
What's with your home?
if we watch
What?
it at your house,
No.
What's with my home?
Yeah.
It's nice. You've never been there. That's right. You've
No, I've never
there.
been to your house.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
he's not sorry.
It's apparently scary.
Well, it is, man.
At night, man, that place can be freaky.
That place is
on its
fucking
own.
freaky at night. Like we bought the house from a friend of ours' parents, and growing up, he used to say that he'd hear voices in the house.
It was his
And
dad
it wasn't
fucking
his.
with him.
Probably, I think it would be his dad screwing with him. You know, and like this place is
Wouldn't
like kind of
surprise me.
haunted. It does have a weird feeling behind it. Like you walk in and you're like, oh, this is kind of nice. Anybody else feel that?
You get that in the house? I get that outside.
I still
I-
get.
I'm always
Can I
walking.
shoot a short film there? Because
Absolutely.
I love haunted houses.
Well, it's not. It's not. It's but
there you
it's
go.
not really haunted. It could be. I wouldn't doubt it. But it's like it just gives off a vibe. And I've lived there for
Cool.
14 years or something like that. 12, 14 years, and it's still like every once in a while I'll be sitting on the couch and I'm like,
Nah, I don't get that in that house.
and then I just keep watching what I'm watching. You know, and
Outside
it's
and
like,
around there, though, definitely.
Yeah, the
that end of town
outside
is
well,
creepy.
it is
over
creepy
there.
too because it's like half swampland because we're right on
Oh,
the
yeah.
buffer zone of the refinery,
Yeah.
and there's nothing.
And there's
It's a perfect place to actually shoot a horror film. I
there's
would
a
think.
a
Creepy
cemetery
fucking
what, a
house.
half
not
mile
like
a
away.
cemetery close by. You got a swamp with dead things
I
in
do
it.
have a cemetery close by. Come to think of it, excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm not hanging out at that place.
That
I'm never going
cemetery,
there.
you used to be able to just get to it just by going down your road before the refinery
before
bought
the
all that
refinery
and
bought
blocked
that
it off.
land. Yeah, it was like dead close to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's some like weird shit like you know everybody has that black hole in their garage where they drop something and it disappears. The other end of it's in my garage, just to let you know.
I need a bolt then.
Okay, it's on the floor.
I'm
Probably.
sure there's one
but
there.
there is something about that part of the neighborhood being that it's like an old part of town in a matter of speaking. But like every house around me is over 100 years old. And it's like, Jesus Christ, it's like it does give off like a funny vibe.
It's creepy. I'm like always looking for bear and shit, just walking to
Yeah,
my truck.
it's because it's like I say, it's right on. That fucking thing gets me every time. It's like right on the edge of darkness. No,
No, not really.
So, is this like House on the Haunted Hill or whatever the hell it is?
it's not that
The
bad.
remake of that was not that great.
No, it isn't
I
that
don't even
bad.
know what- I don't
but-
think I've seen them. Any of them? Was it the one that what's his face did?
Wait, was
Serenity?
Liam Neeson in that, or am I thinking of The Haunting?
You're thinking of The Haunting.
Okay,
What's the haunting?
not good.
Okay, okay. Now
Don't see it.
here's the fun one. You got talking about Liam Neeson, and I thought back to, is it The Thing with Kurt Russell where they're in Antarctica?
Oh, yeah.
Was Liam Neeson was in that?
But he redid something with like wolves or something out in
No,
Antarctica.
he
crap.
did, was it The Gray
The
or
Gray.
something?
The Gray,
Yeah.
yeah, The Gray. Okay,
It's
now
got nothing to do with the thing.
no. It got me thinking because that's the way my brain functions. It like
Snow,
wraps
snow, wolves.
snow, wolves,
right.
crazy things in the ice. Now would I think it is The Thing because that's Kurt Russell and a handful of other people I don't remember.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
the thing takes them over.
Yeah.
over.
Now would that be classified as a horror movie?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's a good one. A good
Yeah.
horror movie. I like that
I don't
one.
even know which one you're talking
Fuck
about.
off.
They just remade
Seriously,
that,
I have no
too.
idea.
They did.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
one where it's like, so the 80s one was also a remake of
Yeah.
one from the 50s, and like
Yeah.
Thing purists love all three, which
Yep.
is crazy because
Really?
that like never happens.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen the 80s one, but man, there's that crazy stop motion like dog turning into an alien and there's like guts and like tendons and stuff all over the place. That is awesome.
It's called The Thing?
The Thing.
Is that okay.
Or it's just Thing.
It's the
No,
thing.
No, it's The Thing. Yeah, exactly.
Holy cow, the 80s version of that is freaking awesome.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, that kind of movie, that movie is like the Event Horizon. It grabs you and
That's why
holds
it's
on
a John
to you.
Carpenter movie. No wonder it's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
There is that.
I can pick them on occasions. But yeah,
But
it's
most
like,
of the time he doesn't. Oh, fuck off.
I just have a weird I have a weird interest in movies. You know, like I'll watch the occasional like I classify it more of as like a sci-fi horror because I'm all for that. I'm cool with that. And then okay, it's the cat.
just the
I'm
cat,
like, what
you're
am I
fine.
hitting? I'm like, I'm not even moving. It's making the fucking
You were
noise.
talking about the house. The house is
coming to get
Wah,
you.
wah,
Wah, wah. Yeah. But like that kind of genre, in a matter of speaking, I love like weird, crazy movies, you know, and that's most of my movies are like that because I want something that's going to grab you and just like hold you by the sack for a few minutes and not let go, and then at the last minute it goes boop, and it pulls on your balls, you know, and it's like
and that's where it all comes together, and you're like, holy fuck.
yeah, exactly, and it's like that. Well, it's suspense. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be
yeah, yeah.
suspenseful.
Yeah.
Exactly right. And
You
that's
have
the
a weird way for describing suspense.
Grab it in
That
the
is not the
balls.
way I would describe suspense.
Your suspense is if that cheeseburger's going to fit under the door or not.
It
Come
is.
on, baby. Come on, go, man, go. You know, and it's like it has to literally grab you by the soul, in a matter of speaking.
Yeah.
You know, and
If it's done right, it does.
if it's done right, it will, and
Yeah.
that's where a good movie comes into play, like a good horror movie, you know, and that kind of stuff. And I love the way that some of them can do that. You know, like they're like I say, there's a handful of them that I will sit there and I'll, you know, just stare at the TV. I wish we had a video camera because I am a.
it's probably for the best that we
It's
don't.
big. It's probably for the better that we don't have a video camera. But it's
You're usually jerking off, dude.
Yeah, I'm rather animated. You know,
Yeah.
I'm Italian,
Little
so I
bit.
speak with my hands a little bit. And
Oh, they can tell. You keep hitting the thing.
yeah, I know.
Talking onto the microphone over
Yeah,
there.
and it's one of those things where I will be glued and not blink for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah, and I
But-
I love those movies.
Well, he does do that. He does also rewind and be like, hold on a second.
All right, Grandma.
Motherfucker.
That's how he finds all the continuity errors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've watched him do this. If he didn't have a DVR, his life would suck.
You never go to the actual movie theater, do you?
Oh yeah, I go with Bentley.
Yeah, we go sometimes.
Oh, you poor guy.
No,
It does.
projectionist.
I don't usually go to the first time with him.
No, he won't. He won't.
Yeah.
If he goes a week before, and then he comes back and
Yeah.
watches it
And
again.
then I'm
with
like,
me.
hey, man,
good.
you want to
That's
go to
good.
this
That's
one?
good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, sure, absolutely, right.
Guardians 2 was good.
I love Guardians.
Favorite horror movie?
Shining, straight up.
Favorite horror movie?
I don't want to say The Shining again because he just said it, so I'm going to say Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Fucking shit.
That's not a movie.
It is a movie, but it's on the different channel.
If I don't go Shining, I'm gonna have to go Event Horizon because
Oh
that
yeah,
movie is a
fuck,
fine
man.
fuck.
Those are like top three.
And I really like the one dude. Fuck,
Sam
the dude
Neill.
that played. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I forgot he was
I
in
love that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What was his
Merlin.
name?
He played Grant
Sam
in.
Neill.
Sam Neill. Yeah.
Grant
yeah,
in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
So,
yeah, I'd go with that one.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's you're right though. I mean, Event Horizon, I can watch until my eyes bleed, which conveniently happens in the movie.
All right.
Spoiler alert. The Shining, like I say, I can watch it, and it's just like, you know, I know what's going to happen, but I'm when that axe comes through the door, I'm just like, yeah, you know.
You know,
Well, because
speaking
Shelley Duvall is so freaking annoying. You're like,
yeah, get her. Fucking do it.
speaking of The
There's
Shining,
a
though,
little bit of that behind it. I'm not going to lie.
have any of you guys seen
A little?
Passengers?
no,
Yeah,
I
I've seen a
wanted
lot of
to.
Passengers.
Is
I
that that-
wanted to.
It's pretty good,
Yeah.
but the whole thing with it is, and they show it in the trailer, so I'm not really giving anything away. So he's the only one awake, and there's robots. So they show this robot bartender, and it's just like
It's The Shining.
yeah,
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
Yeah.
it's fuck. It brings you right to that movie, and you're
The
like,
hell's
holy shit,
Passengers? I
stuff
don't
is
even know
going
what
down.
it's called.
It's outer space, long time travel. Some guy
Yeah.
wakes up, blah blah, wakes another kid,
They're-
makes
they're
another
on a-
chick up.
Oh,
They're on a colony
okay.
ship, and his pod
Yeah.
malfunctions.
Jennifer Lawrence.
So he wakes
and,
up.
Jennifer Lawrence.
What's his name?
Brett, no.
Chris Pratt.
Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Pratt.
Yeah.
But so his pod, he wakes up, and then he's got hundreds of years before they get there. So nobody else is going to wake up in his lifetime. So it's him and robots.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's a fucked up movie.
That would
I
actually
just-
be pretty cool.
just-
It
thought
is
of
good.
another one.
I liked it.
You see, this is where how my brain works. You
Oh,
say
God.
Chris Pratt, my brain goes
brand?
to Brad Pitt and Seven.
Oh yeah. I
Oh
love
my! Have you ever
Seven.
seen Seven?
Yeah. What's in the box?
What's in the box, Mills? Oh my God!
I've
Yeah.
never seen the movie, but I know that part.
Fuck, man!
And that's one. It's like a horror movie, but you never actually see anyone get killed.
really
right?
get killed.
You don't
No,
see-
nobody
there's-
actually- you
There's
never
no on-screen kills that
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, no, there really
Exactly,
isn't,
right?
is there?
You think
Except for
about
maybe at the very end when
where he shoots him, but it's
Yeah.
from a distance. You don't actually see K-Pax take one in the head.
oh, that is a crazy good movie.
Okay.
K-Pax?
No, not K-Pax.
I like how quick he backpedaled on. No,
God, no, fuck no, yeah.
I meant
Heisman, what are you smoking?
But yeah, like Seven popped into mind. 12 Monkeys. That's not really a horror film, but that's a freaky movie.
It's weird as hell.
I know. See, weird movies, horror movies, they're kind of alike, right?
So
What else did I put on my list? Oh,
Yeah. Ooh.
have you guys ever seen Cabin in the Woods?
Heard
That's
it.
the one
I've
that I was
heard
thinking
good
of
things.
that the director of Serenity did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Joss
we-
Whedon.
Yeah, Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
That's
I've heard good
that
things.
movie's nuts.
Yeah?
And it's
I'm
like
gonna have to watch it
for
again.
like an hour, you're gonna be watching and be like, "This is the most generic movie I've ever seen." And then in the end, they get into this. I don't even know what it is. It's like this complex, and the elevators come down, and all these different horror characters come out.
Oh,
like
no way,
there's like
really?
a Jason type character. There's a monster. There's a creepy girl whose head turns around. There's like
kick
these.
Oh, that's
Yes.
awesome. Children in horror movies.
Sounds
No,
fucking
fuck that.
I'm not
that.
into it.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, but
Come play
it's
with
just
us,
like,
cat.
ugh.
What's the kid's name?
I
Come
don't-
play with us. Sploosh, all
Oh,
full of blood.
Danny.
Oh,
Danny.
Come
Danny.
Come play with us, Danny. Oh, fuck
Forever
that.
no.
and
Ever
ever.
and ever.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, Cabin in the Woods. That
Yeah,
movie's off
Cabin
the
in the
wall.
Woods. Okay,
It's
I'll have
nuts.
to look that one up. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Do monster movies count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Cloverfield was shit.
Oh, you didn't like Clover?
I did not like that.
I like the
I mean,
first
I like
one.
the concept of it, but like the whole fucking camera thing.
Cloverfield? You haven't seen Cloverfield?
I'm just
You
not
should-
a fan of that.
You should
that
see
type of movie.
Cloverfield just to be able to. What's the next one? Cloverfield Lane or
10
something? or
Cloverfield. That
10
one
Was
pissed
that
me
good?
off. That one pissed me off a lot.
Balls.
Uh,
They were kind of like.
got
a
Goodman
little
in it,
bit
doesn't it?
sequence.
yeah, and like he's great.
Yeah,
I don't know,
he is.
but man, that movie pissed me off so much. Like,
Yeah.
It was really like hokey at the end. Like, oh, come on.
So we're back
The
to
end.
things that piss us off again.
yeah,
it ruined
we
it.
always come
It
Like
ruined
first.
the
Come
whole
full
time you're like,
circle.
I want something to happen, and it's just like
Yes.
this building's falling over.
Yeah.
Fuck! Oh God, we're gonna die.
yeah,
There's no payout.
not really,
There's
right?
no-
No,
So what you're saying
it's
is-
like the last 30 seconds you see something, and then it's like credits. Fuck that.
So what you're saying is like it's the last. It's like there's no happy ending to the movie.
Yeah, it's like watching a porn, and then your internet fucks up at the end,
Oh man. I
or
hate
well,
that
at your
shit.
end.
Oh, that was me. I'm sorry.
Was that? I don't know.
That was me. That was
I don't
my
even know what's
wife.
going on.
Not it.
That's my wife saying something or another. Keep going.
But
with
yeah,
your
like
shit.
monster movies though. I mean, like that one I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
But what
Sure.
other kinds of?
Well, I don't know. Do
mean,
you
would-
consider those? Because I mean, The Thing, that's kind of a monster
Yeah.
movie. But then, like,
Creature
I mean,
from the Black Lagoon was a monster
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
horror.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
But would you,
Frankenstein's
what would you
horror,
count
those-
like Godzilla?
Crap.
That's not really horror. That's just
Yeah, that's not
Japanese
really-
That's
people being
sci-fi.
crazy.
That would be more sci-fi.
yeah.
And you
But
know,
see, that's where the line gets blurry, though.
Yeah.
If
A little
it can
bit,
be
yeah.
horror on this, but it can't be horror on that.
I think it would have to be like where they would classify that line is how much blood is drawn during the movie and how much
how
is
rubber the costume
and
is.
how rubber the costume is. It's not like we're watching the Gorn here, all right? And any Star Wars,
The Gorn.
any
Oh,
nerd
shit.
will know what a Gorn is. Are you fucking
I'm
serious?
sure
What's
I
the
do,
Gorn?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
kick you in the. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. You know what a Gorn is.
Yeah, I do.
He knows.
Original Star Trek.
Original
Next-
Star- the
No,
green
that's
monster.
Probably why I don't know because it's original Star
It's the
Trek.
green monster that Kirk fights. The Gorn. It's not. That was a
Oh, I
crappy
remember that
green
scene.
costume.
Yeah.
You could totally tell that it
Doesn't
was.
the
A,
head, the head just like flip.
it doesn't really.
fold?
Yeah, it doesn't really move. But it's like you watch an old Godzilla movie. You could totally tell that it's a dude in a suit.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it's
In
like
miniatures.
yeah, exactly.
You
like-
see him kick the building, and you can see the foam, and then all of a sudden it's actual concrete.
Yeah, it's concrete. Oh
fuck.
shit! You know exactly right, and that's where the line is. Like I think it's like the blood. How much blood would be classified as a horror movie?
Because when you have a good suspense horror movie, you guys were talking about that one that you don't think anybody died until the end.
Seven.
Oh, 7?
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
never seen Seven?
Nope.
You should really
Yeah.
see it. It's got Morgan Freeman in it.
Oh
Really? God's in it?
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. Morgan Freeman,
Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt,
Brad Pitt,
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. Oh, who's the blonde? What's her name?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh,
The
yeah.
cool thing.
Well, that's all right. She
I mean,
can.
yeah, she's kind of crazy
Well,
now.
she's in the box.
She is in the box.
Spoilers.
Do
Yeah,
you see
spoiler
her?
alert.
No, never mind.
Too late.
But the cool thing about that movie, if you saw it in like '96 or whatever, you
when
had
it
no
came out.
idea that Kevin Spacey was in it.
Yeah.
And then he shows up, and you're like, "Holy
Oh
crap!"
my fucking
Yeah.
lord!
There was
Yeah.
another movie just came out kind of like that you didn't expect him in. The fucking driver one.
Kevin Spacey.
Baby
Yeah.
Driver.
They didn't really advertise Kevin Spacey in it.
I don't know. I didn't see it. I wanted to. It
was
looked
pretty
pretty
good.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Edgar Wright
Not
makes
not
awesome
scary
movies.
at all, by the way, but
He made a cool zombie movie, Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
cool.
okay, I'll
That
give you
was
that
super
one.
cool.
That one's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, and then how was the next one in that? Because wasn't it 3 movies that were supposed to be loosely strung together? The last one was like the bar at the end of the world or some shit.
Oh, I never saw that
World's
one.
End?
I saw Hot
I've
Fuzz.
been to that
one's
place.
good.
Yeah, well,
the
that
end
because
of
that
the-
I think
That
they were
sounds
trying to string
familiar.
Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and then this other one all into like
Oh,
the
were
same
they?
universe kind of thing.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
I think that's what they were doing.
Yeah,
Fuck,
I
I
never
lost
saw
it.
that third one, but it looks cool.
Yeah, that one's more like from what I've heard. I haven't seen it either. It's more like robots taking place of people kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it's
Oh,
actually
nice.
a pretty good movie.
It is.
It's not a Shaun of the Dead or a Hot Fuzz or their 4th one that
There
they
we are.
made out in America here somewhere.
Was it Scott Pilgrim? Was that his 4th one, or was it something
No,
else?
it was what the hell? It's with an alien that they pick up in an
Oh!
RV.
Oh,
Ted or something.
Ted,
No,
Ted.
no, that was
Ted?
the
the bear.
or Fred?
Fuck, I
It
know
was
what you're
something
talking
like
about.
that. Yeah, the poster had him in front of an RV.
Yeah,
Fuck.
no, I know which one you're talking
Was that
about.
any
there.
good? I didn't watch that.
I liked
it's
it.
fun.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a sci-fi comedy, and there are a bunch of dorks that get in an RV and pick up an alien.
Isn't that the one where he crashes the ship and he's
You know,
That's
I
the
mean,
one where like he crashed his own ship and the guys in the RV pull up and he's out there smoking a cigarette, looking at the wreck. Right? That's
No, he escaped. He
yeah.
escaped.
Okay.
But yeah, he's out there smoking a joint, and then they
That's what
pull
it
up
is.
and
He's
they
smoking a
freak
joint.
out at him, or he
Yeah.
crashes a car or
Yeah.
some shit. Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
My brain's working like yours though, because that brings us back. Is Aliens sci-fi or horror?
It's sci-fi. It's
Sci-fi.
definitely
Yeah.
sci-fi.
Definitely.
But the
sci-fi.
That's
first
scary
one-
as shit.
The first one, though, I call horror.
Yeah.
Second
Yeah.
one, sci-fi.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
That's-
go with that. I
That's
agree
how
with
I
that.
lean.
I didn't go
okay,
near eggs
how
for
about
a
this
while
one? How about
after
this
that.
one?
And then the rest are non-existent.
This is of course.
We'll just go laugh at you.
There's like 5.
What, like Prometheus? What? Nobody likes Prometheus? I don't
The
understand
fuck is-
why.
No.
You don't.
You fucking don't.
What the fuck was
That
the new
movie
one?
sucks.
Yeah. it was
Prometheus.
bad.
It's
No,
Covenant.
there's Covenant.
Alien.
Came out already.
Alien
Oh,
Covenant.
yeah, that's
You're a little
right.
behind,
Uh-huh.
Heisman.
Yeah, sorry, I don't.
Where they
fucking care.
send the colony ship out and they're like, it's a perfect brand new planet, and it's the fucking alien
and it's
planet.
the alien planet again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who
Dude,
knew?
what? It's like you figure you got it right. You know where the coordinates are on the first one. Don't fucking send people back, you dumbasses.
Well, the
Here's-
the 2 newest are before the first one.
So it's a prequel to it.
Good
Okay.
Lord.
Sorry, I'm 4 inches to the right tonight, and it's fucking me up.
Tuck it the other way.
I-
There you go.
Okay. Here's
4
a fun one
inches
for
is
you.
generous.
The Ninth Gate
Just had to get that out there.
with
Never
Johnny
seen it.
Depp. With Johnny
Wait,
Depp.
who?
It's Johnny Depp.
No, it's is it Depp?
It's Johnny Depp, for crying out loud. I have almost all
No,
of his
it's not
movies.
Depp.
It
I
is
thought
Johnny
it was,
The
Depp.
Ninth
I thought it was
Gate?
the
The
Matrix
Ninth
guy.
Gate. No,
Oh.
it's not Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, the
I don't
Matrix
fucking
guy.
know.
No.
Never heard of it.
No, The Ninth Gate. It's Johnny Depp. I can guarantee it. I look at the cover of it, and then I check out the chick, and it's Emmanuelle something or another, and she's a French porn actress.
Oh,
And
I saw her
she's
movies.
naked at the end of it, and that's all I really wanted to watch.
What's the name of
uh,
this?
I've never even heard of this
The
movie.
Ninth Gate. Really?
No.
It was big. He basically he's a books. Oh, great! Everybody's on the internet.
Well,
now.
yeah.
We're Googling it.
We're googling the shit out of it right now. Basically, he's a dealer in books and not really antiquities, but more books than anything. And he finds this book called the Book of the Nine Gates, and it was written.
Oh, fuck, it is Depp.
I was thinking about another fucking movie.
No,
I was
and
probably
it's
thinking
and he's
Stargate.
and Stargate. Really, that was really way off.
Well,
And
no
he-
wonder
and
it's
he's-
good. It's
called
Roman
the Book of the
Polanski.
Nine Gates or Book of the Nine Kingdoms or something. It was written in part by Lucifer, and the one guy wants the spell that's in all 3 books, so he can raise the devil. Basically, is what it is. It's really long drawn out kind of a thing, but it's like that kind of movie, The Ninth Gate. If you saw it, you'd understand. It's like, is this horror? or what, but I don't really know, and that's where my problem is. I can't classify something as, like, oh, look, well, you can totally tell, like, oh, this is a sci-fi movie, and like,
Yeah,
but that kind of thing, that's a scary ass movie.
I didn't place Event Horizon as horror. I thought it was sci-fi.
No, that's
See,
both.
Yeah, I'd say
Well,
it's
you were
good
talking
blend of
about.
both.
Do you guys remember the Constantine TV show that was on?
I liked that.
TV?
I
like
remember
that too.
the movie
Yeah, I like that guy.
Constantine.
No,
There was
They
there
brought
was
him
a
in a
TV
couple
show
times
on
on the other ones.
Arrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
he appeared. Anyway, so I started thinking about Constantine when you were
Yeah.
talking about Ninth Gate, because it's not scary at all, but they're
No.
dealing with stuff like with angels and like hell, and there's spells and potions and demons and like I don't know, werewolves and stuff like that. So it's like dealing with stuff that like is in the horror realm.
Yeah.
Right.
But by the same
itself
rights,
is not horror.
Yeah.
You know?
by the same rights, though, Supernatural's been around for what, 15 years now?
Yeah.
That's the same stuff. That wouldn't really be horror.
No, I've actually never seen Supernatural, so I
no,
I
can't.
think
I got
it's a
sucked
lot to
into
do
it.
with the budget as well, because if you get a good budget with a good premise like Constantine or something like that, where you're dealing
Yeah.
with a lot of different stuff versus,
Well, I mean, the later seasons of Supernatural have been okay. Like,
well, I've never seen it.
Yeah, I mean,
I,
yeah.
So
thought,
I'm
I
just
think it's hilarious.
It's
projecting
crazy.
my
The dude loves
unknowledge.
bacon. I don't know.
Or what about
I
like
like
bacon.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer? It's like
Never seen that. But
it's not scary, but
God damn.
on the same token, it's like it's kind of in the horror genre. Nope. Okay, I take it we don't have a Buffy room right now.
No, it was horrible then. It's still horrible.
I've never seen
he
it.
says like he's seen it. He
It's
doesn't
like
have a-
Charmed, It's like,
Oh, fuck. The wife was obsessed with that show. She
Yeah,
has
yeah,
the goddamn
I know.
DVDs.
Well, we are at our. Actually, we're surpassed, but that's good.
oh fuck, how much?
No, it's only 10 minutes. It's fine.
Oh, that's
It's
not
fine.
bad.
We can always do a round 2 anyway. Keith, you got anything you need to plug? Because I'm sure you do.
Well, I make short films under the banner of Hexagon Motion Pictures on Facebook and YouTube, and right now I'm making a TV series for the CW here in Duluth. That is just it's a group of short films, and we show a bunch every Sunday night at 9, and it's super cool. So check it out.
You mean you're like
He's legitimate.
you're legit.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, not really.
Holy shit, dude! I thought you were fucking around.
No, I told you. We've got like a guy that knows
An
things.
actual dude.
I don't actually know things. I'm not an actual dude.
No, but
I'm a fake dude.
well,
And then
so
he
is
pulls off his mask.
and
then the
horror.
podcast
I know, right?
This here is a Scooby-Doo episode.
It's gotta be, right? You're fucking kids. And oh my, like I don't want to say you're a celebrity, but you're like important.
I'm
Yeah.
not important either.
Well, that's just
There's a lot of
humility
myths
right there.
floating around.
There's a guy that
No,
knows
dude.
No,
things.
You're making stuff you want to make, just like him.
Yep.
That makes
Yeah.
you
You're
awesome.
doing.
I'm trying
wanna
to.
make
I'm
this.
trying to.
You're.
I don't want to make this.
Yeah.
I have to make
That's
this.
Yeah,
awesome.
the soundboard says otherwise.
This is how I get fed.
For those of you in podcast land, there is a gun to Aiden's head right now.
Please save me.
I like him. He fits in real well.
I know. Right? He can come back.
I know.
We've accepted you.
One of us.
One of us.
Oh my God. Children of the Corn. There's another one.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to our episode on horror. As always, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at A Topic a Month. Email us a better version of this podcast at atopicamonth@gmail.com, or send me some money so that way you can get some stickers that we've still got, which is pretty awesome. We do have a Patreon page. If you just go on to A Topic a Month on there, you'll be able to find us. Of course, Houston is still having a hard time down there, so if you can, throw out some money at them too via either Red Cross or through Freedom Beyond Belief. There's still wet dogs and wet cats down there that need attention too, so if you can donate through Houston Humane, they'd really appreciate it. I can't imagine that the fish and birds need that much help either. So thanks everyone, and have a good night.